Okay, so champagne talks from the bed.
From the bed.
Oh my god. Okay, it's fine. Welcome back to Boxwood Avenue. If this is your first time here, my name is Chloe. I am the owner of Boxwood Avenue. We are an interior design firm. We serve clients from coast to coast and into Europe too. We are here in Paris. It's Paris Design Week, and in this video we are going to be talking about all of the things we've seen in Paris Design Week, favorite things, trends for 2025, and some things that we wish we could just tell everybody. So I'm here with Amy and Gabby. They're the incredible designers behind Boxwood Avenue Interiors. And before dinner, we're sitting down, we're having a glass of champagne, and we are talking all things Paris Design Week. So we did the trade show, it was interesting because it's not just design. There's like gifts and home decor, kind of like a market, like Atlanta market or Vegas market. We did the flea markets, and then we did some trade showrooms too, like fabric showrooms and things. So we thought it would be fun, one, to introduce everybody, YouTube, to the team, and then two, to talk about some of your favorite trends and things that you guys saw and things that we're seeing for 2025 design trends. So without further ado, will you guys introduce yourselves? Amy, go first. This is Amy. Amy lives in Reno.
Hi, I'm Amy. I live in Reno. I'm a designer on the team. I went to school in Missouri. I went to Mizzou for architecture and interior design. And when I graduated, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, interiors or architecture, and just kind of slowly found my way after dabbling in both for a couple years. And I found Boxwood through Instagram and met Chloe in person. Chloe got interviewed. Chloe was on the news. And
News Channel 4.
Channel 4, everybody.
Reno, Nevada.
Yeah. Can't find him there anymore. But yeah, my boyfriend interviewed Chloe all about interiors. She gave him the whole rundown, and then he told her that he was also
had to meet you.
Had to meet me. Also dating an interior designer. So yeah, then connected Chloe and I, finally got to meet in person.
And it's been so great. It's been a dream team.
Yes.
Amy's, it's hard to find, somebody that has a similar aesthetic. And I feel really grateful because I feel like all of us have a really deep appreciation for elevated, intentional design.
Yep.
And that's especially hard to find in a small town like Reno.
Yeah.
For
it's
sure.
not LA, it's not New York. It's Reno.
Yeah, so Amy is amazing, and then Gabby, kind of somewhat of a similar-ish.
Pretty similar story to Amy. I started with Boxwood in June. I found Chloe on Facebook, so
I am a millennial. I was still on
Facebook. Wow.
Yeah, but you were on Facebook. That means too.
Yeah, I was on Facebook very briefly.
Oh my goodness.
It was a marketplace, and then it went to go into a group, and then I found her. So
weird.
It was weird. Very weird. Was looking for a remote job to travel more and stuff, and just a different job. I was similar to Amy. I went to West Virginia and I studied interior design and business, and then I worked at 2 architecture firms after. And then I really wanted to pivot into interiors. I wanted to learn more about the fabrics and the furniture. And so blessed that I found Chloe and
PTL.
Yes.
Praise the Lord.
PTL. Yes. And yeah, I actually just met them for the first time in person this weekend in Paris. So literally living the dream.
So crazy.
6 months, 7 months later.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But it already felt like we knew each other. It was crazy. So yeah.
So we work on Zoom all the
Not
time.
catfished.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I know,
Come to Paris, stay in my apartment. There's a camera at the bed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god. So that's the team. Well, we have 3 other team members in Boxwood, but we're the creative element of Boxwood. And so I somehow convinced Lori, who's our operations director. I was like, the girls need to obviously come to Paris. It's design week. And it's just been so fun. So we started things off we went to the Deco off, I guess is what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So Deco off, it's at a big convention center about an hour away. So we took the train.
The train, that was quite the experience.
Navigated that.
Did it very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Impressive. We didn't even get lost.
Yeah.
Not one.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Not one pocket picked.
No!
This is not this time.
This is true.
Yep.
And then when we first got there, it was so cold. but we actually walked into the like handmade, like the makers.
And the artisans, yeah.
That was my favorite.
Yeah, that definitely was your favorite.
And that was an accident, sort of.
Yeah, like we didn't intend to.
It was a really good way to start it, and everyone sitting there with their work all proud. It was really cool to meet some new artisans and stuff.
Yes.
So I thought
that was really cool. Okay, so that was my favorite thing. What was your favorite?
Ooh, where was that? I've said this a million times.
The leather.
Giovanni. Oh, leather wrapped everything. Italian leather. You name it, it's wrapped in leather.
Yeah.
It was really cool to see like how they applied it in hospitality. Leather wrapping a menu or a tape measure or something.
Yes,
a tissue box, like everything. That was really cool for me. And then a lot of the fabrics, I guess, were cool too.
Yeah.
But that was an interesting thing for me to see too, because you see these like a leather wrapped menu when you go to a hotel or whatever. Or even they had different things that you see at hotels, but you can't just Google that and find it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the things that like exist to some capacity, but where and how to get those things is very difficult to just find without going to somewhere like this.
That was really cool to me. And then things like leather wrapped dumbbells.
Yes.
Just really beautifully elevated everyday items like the tape measure, ruler, take it to the next level.
The espresso makers.
Yes.
Espresso makers. How could I forget
Those were crazy.
Yeah.
That was really, really cool. Okay, so that was your favorite. What was your favorite?
I would say a couple of things. I think I just really loved seeing when we saw like the storage built into millwork.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
that was cool.
Into the millwork in the walls, like hidden storage done really, really well. Because I think those are things that we are always trying to do in design. We, we want to maximize the use out of everybody's home without taking away from design and just making everything, I don't know, like the obvious casework or, what have you. So I think that was really nice seeing that in person and how they did it, how they achieved it.
Getting to actually, because we see things on Pinterest all the time, and then we present this, we can draw, you guys draw them out. But getting to see how things actually function, that they, like you said, that it really does exist and it's possible. You know?
Yeah. And I think when you look at photos too and you share it, I think people look at it and they think it's almost like make-believe until you've seen it and touched it.
Thing.
Yeah. I think so. I think that was really nice. It wasn't something new that I haven't seen before necessarily, but it was just nice to see in person.
Yeah.
And then silverware.
Silverware.
I just thought it was so fun. It's just down to those like small details, It's kind of the last thought. You're finishing a house and, you've done the furnishings, you've done the hard finishes.
Yeah.
You've done the accessories, like the pillows that you see out, but it's like when you open the drawers, what's in there? You know what I mean? It goes like further. It's the next step you can take to like
elevate someone's life.
Yeah, like they have this house and now they host a party and they also have like the pieces that like make it all come together.
Yeah.
And not just like a staged place. If that makes sense.
Right. That it actually
something they're going to use.
Somebody is living in the house that we do, and it like you said, it translates not just from what you see to when you open up the doors, and then how people actually experience the space down to the glassware. And it's funny because the silverware that you actually really liked, we had done in one of our latest projects, and we had Heath Ceramics make plates that coordinated with the backsplash colors of their kitchen, and then the silverware coordinated, the whole color palette was cohesive, but it was all artisan made. So I'm really passionate about the energy of things. So then it's like the energy that you get from using those pieces, just like even vintage glassware over, simple glassware from maybe Target or whatnot.
Right.
Like, I think that energy translates so deeply, and that's I think why we do a lot of what we do to help people live a little bit more meaningfully. Okay, so that was the trade show. That was really interesting. I was shocked by how much more I enjoyed it than I thought I was going to. Because sometimes you just kind of get like big box store vibes. So this was really cool to see artisans there, to see high-end and elevated design at a large trade show. Because oftentimes I feel that you have to dig into little shops to be able to find that type of thing.
Yeah.
So then that was day one. I think we intended to go to showrooms, but we did not make it. What did we end up doing? Oh, we went out to dinner.
Yeah.
Our days, it's been a quick trip.
Yeah, you guys got here like 3 days ago. Or
Yeah.
2 days
Yeah.
ago.
2 days
First off,
ago.
the sun comes up later.
Yeah.
So therefore, we also slept later.
Yep.
Till 10 a.m. every day.
Jet
Yes.
lag. So our day just started later.
Yeah,
Yes.
which is fine. But we also did go to bed at 4 in the morning last
Yes.
night.
Yeah.
I think
Start
3:50
later, end later.
Yeah, American time.
Yeah.
But we went then to the was it really the fleas? Huh.
Yeah, today's
Dang.
the next day. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so last night we can talk last night we did dinner.
Ooh, we went to
I've been a long
Bouillon.
Oh, Julian,
Julian.
Julian.
Julian, yes.
Bouillon cube.
Yes, Bouillon Cube.
Fun. It's
Yeah.
a really old
Art Nouveau.
Art Nouveau style, so that was cool. And then we went to a little speakeasy, which was super
Yeah.
fun.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Came back here. It was I think 2 a.m. Somehow we went to bed at 4.
Yeah.
3:45.
We were
just
chit
kept
chatting.
Talking and talking.
Yapping.
Yeah, yapping. Yes.
And
Yeah.
then this morning woke up real early
Yeah.
and went to the fleas we made it there I think at 1 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah.
noon or something.
It's about noon.
Okay, so the flea market, how did you guys perceive them versus like what did you think they were going to be like?
Well, I will say, I think there's some advantages to going when we did. I think January is probably a lot less busy than the summer. You have to be prepared to freeze your hands.
To
your
freeze
toes.
your feet.
Yeah, to freeze all your appendages.
everything.
But yeah, so I think that was actually nice to have it feel
Quiet.
Yeah, it felt
Yeah.
a little bit more to ourselves. But it was really fun. I think, yeah, there's just, again, some really special shops where, like, the shop owners were standing outside and they're to talk to you and ask you questions where you're from.
And they're passionate about what they're selling,
Yeah.
and you get to hear a little bit about their life. Rather, if it was like the dead heat of summer, crowded,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have those connections.
Yeah.
That was really special.
Yeah, I do
And so we were talking about I think all of us are really creative. We all like photography,
Mhm.
videography, composition in general, aesthetics in general. So Amy brought her film camera, which was really cool. So she was able to capture a lot of the fleas on film. So it'd be really fun to see.
I'm excited to
Stay
see
tuned.
those.
We'll see.
to see those come back. And then Gabby was capturing things so beautifully. So that's just another element. I think documenting things in an aesthetic way fulfills us creatively
Yeah.
on top of getting to be surrounded by all of these really amazing things.
And Gabby's so quick
Right.
at editing. We got back today and she just had them all uploaded, and it was really.
Is it a problem?
It was cool because you kind of got to like go back through it again and also see
Yeah.
things that Gabby saw and
Yes.
I didn't catch.
All our
Chloe
different
saw. Yeah.
perspectives. Yeah, that's so true.
Um,
That's so true.
really.
But again, there was a lot of beautiful silverware, like any
Yes.
piece of silverware that you could imagine, and what you even came home with, like there was lots of leather again, leather passport holder, leather wallet, and lots of beautiful artwork. It wasn't what I was expecting. It gave like really elevated yard sale vibes for me.
Yeah,
I don't
totally.
know, and
Yeah.
it was like I kind of thought it would be like everyone had everything placed out, you know,
It's
like
not
here's what I'm
curated
selling. No,
necessarily.
and which I loved about it because you get to choose and pick and find what you want, and then it's even more special that way. So
Yeah.
I loved it.
But I also did take you guys to the yard sale portion because there's like the whole town, Le Puce de Saint-Ouen. So it's like different. If you've been to Round Top, it's like Round Top. So there's different kind of markets, if you will. And Vernissons, where we went, is definitely the treasure hunt of it all.
Mhm.
There are some that are curated if anybody's going. But they're way more expensive, and I think that it's really fun to hunt through
Treasure
things
hunt.
Find the
Yeah,
gems.
for sure.
and not
That's what I love to
pay
do.
because it is the same
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're going for a specific designer for furnishings
Sure.
or something where you want this like
Yeah.
type of sofa or
Right.
chair or
Yeah.
whatever,
Right.
or like a particular light fixture, I like going through
Yeah.
the Vernissons.
And that was something that both you and I were like, man, if we lived here or we had the capability to bring furniture back home,
Yeah.
we would have spent so much more time looking at that stuff.
And the mirrors.
Oh, the
mirrors
mirrors.
galore.
You can hit jackpot with these mirrors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Large artwork pieces.
Mhm.
Lots of lights.
Yes.
That was really pretty
Yeah.
to see. Just vintage, antique lampshades.
How to blend that all in
Yeah.
to design without it feeling like grandma style, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so the fleas we did kind of briefly just because we didn't have that much time. It was so cold, and you guys really both only have carry-ons, so it was kind of like
We're not to limit ourselves.
Yes. And then, so afterwards, because we hadn't been to some of the smaller showrooms, like the fabric showrooms and things for Paris Deco Off, which is like design week here in Paris, we then went, we got hot chocolate.
Yes.
The way we devoured the hot chocolate.
Oh my gosh.
Silent, just all chugging it.
Have you ever been so hungry and so satisfied?
And cold.
All you can hear is just the clinking of Best hot chocolate ever, though.
Café de Fleur.
Yeah.
That was super fun. And then we walked down. So if you're interested in design and you're here in Paris, I feel the best design shops are in Rue Jacob or Rue Bonaparte. So you can go down those roads. It's right next to Café de Fleur and Le Dumago. So you can go there and check out all the design shops. There's plumbing showrooms, wallpaper, fabric, paint.
Lighting.
Yeah, but it's really cool right now because it's design week. So they're all open and just kind of have this like really vibrant energy and lots of designers here. And
everybody's very welcoming.
You
know, they just want to tell you about, I don't know, anything.
Yeah, they want to give you inspiration that you haven't seen before. They want to talk about the little details that they work on every single day that we, need to learn about. It was really cool meeting everyone that had something new to teach us today. Really.
And I loved that most of the people here were the companies had heritage. Like, they weren't just companies. They were like, this is the one lady, this is my great-grandfather's company that now my mom does the marketing in the States and I run this. And it just, I mean, that we love sourcing those things because I'm big on energy. I think that brings like such good energy into a home rather than shopping big box.
And hearing the stories and also hearing about the details of each fixture. So we went in that plumbing showroom and they also had lighting and a huge tapestry on the wall. And so she was explaining to us how they designed that specific chandelier to coordinate with the tapestry because it had elephants and nature on it. And they carried that into the light fixture as well. And she's like, we can customize anything. So if there's something that you're inspired by, they could recreate something that...
Like, it's literal art on a plumbing fixture.
One of a kind, So it's great to, again, just have those conversations in person because you can look online and a photo doesn't do it justice. That was also the same thing we were talking about with plumbing in particular. It's so hard to photograph.
Yes.
Yeah.
You present it to clients and it's like, trust me, it's beautiful.
Right.
And clients don't always understand why we suggest investing in things like lighting and plumbing specifically and cabinetry, really. I would say those are, and tile.
Where does the line stop?
But I would say lighting, plumbing, cabinetry are big investment places. Because tile, you can find some really beautiful tile that's bit less expensive. To see it and to hold it and to especially plumbing, I think that's really fun for me. And then I'm gonna just keep going. The wallpapers, the murals, that was really cool. You loved that.
I really loved that. And you could see, I should know this, I took art, but there was like the powdered paint down there. Like just to see everything and then just all the different styles of murals and the different colors, and I'm really big on that, like bringing a pattern, like sort of the essence that this tapestry is bringing into this room is like something I really resonate with, so that was really cool to see.
Definitely.
And I love feeling them too, because online, like it just isn't
impossible.
The same. It's cool to feel it, it's cool to like really envision it, like if I was in a space. And the thing is, they had the samples like almost full size, so it's like
it's not just your 4x4 square,
right? Yeah. So that was really special. I really liked that a lot.
And one thing I think that a big takeaway for me of all of us being here together is, how you in like fashion you know a particular brand that you like, and then you just kind of like go back to them because you know your size, That's how it can sometimes get with design. I feel like a particular plumbing brand that you just trust because you know it's going to look good, or lighting brand. And for us being here, I think it just opens us up to all of these new artisans and vendors because it is hard to find good quality and beautifully made pieces in the States. Sometimes, of course, there are wonderful American-made things, but getting to be here together, I think it just takes all of our designs collectively to the next level.
Oh, for sure. I have a huge list of new vendors and I've never heard in my notes, and I'm really excited to look on their websites. Yeah.
I think that that's one of the benefits of getting to come here, and I'm so grateful that you guys came here for such like literally just a weekend, basically.
Couldn't imagine a better weekend.
I know.
So before we go, top 2 questions.
Okay.
Design trends that you're seeing for 2025. Maybe something that you'd also like to see go to. We can be controversial. And then also like best takeaway from Paris.
Okay.
So 2025 design trends to start. And maybe you guys can throw in a favorite paint color. We already talked about this, but everybody loves paint colors.
Design trends, what would it be? More attention, which I feel like we already pay attention to, but millwork. And more like keeping it, at least we like to keep it pretty timeless, but still interesting and forward. Like we just had cabinetry done for a client with a really beautiful beaded detail. Like, and it totally changed the game of it. It was a shaker panel, but you add the beaded detail and you're like, that's whole different.
Unique.
That's going to be a trend. Like, and I feel like, honestly, a couple years ago, I was like, I don't know about crown molding. Like, I don't know. And now I'm like, like, all right, let's add this and this and this.
But to add to that, your style is a little bit more contemporary. So you can have a contemporary style and still do crown.
And still want crown molding and still want detailed millwork. It doesn't always need to be like a recessed reglet, baseboard all the time, which I honestly thought you gotta do. Right. And honestly, like working with Chloe and Amy, it opened my eyes and like seeing stuff like that. Anyways, detailed millwork and crown molding, I think is going to definitely be seen a lot more.
Yes, I do agree. I think for me, on a similar note of just continuing, like maximalism, like we were talking about before,
my favorite
is like large scale, like murals and tapestry. I just feel like large scale prints in general.
Right.
And I think with interest, not just pattern. I think more like
a
murals.
mural.
Right.
Painting,
Frescoes.
Yes, exactly.
Instead of filling a wall with a gallery wall, you fill it with
a mural.
You fill it with something
even
a
like
little more interesting.
Backsplashes.
Good point.
I think like incorporating like it doesn't just have to be tile. It doesn't just have to be beadboard. You know what I mean?
A really good point. For me, I think I told you guys this, mirrors.
Yeah.
Use of mirrors. I think not like the mirrors in my flat, but the like wall treatments, mirrors, wall treatments,
large scale again.
And then I think leather. All of us are sort of gravitating towards leather from our wardrobes to design.
Yeah.
So I think leather is going to be a really big woven leather specifically.
And we saw like a leather wrapped countertop at that millwork place.
I think
like how cool for a desk, stuff like that I honestly wouldn't have really thought of. That I could see leather coming into details like that as well.
I have another question for you guys. This is like hot seat.
Okay.
If you could just tell everybody one piece of design advice, and you're like, nobody has to know it's coming from you. It's coming from you. But it's me.
Oh my god.
Like I just wish I could tell everybody this about design. Designing their homes. Sorry, that was like
I don't know. Like I know this is add some color.
Yeah.
I'm so like sick of the white and the wood and the beige and the adding
neutrals.
There's so many things, but just add some color, add some pattern. Even if you don't have an eclectic or traditional style, like you can still find a pattern that you like, and just bring it in. Like add some depth. Just mainly the color. The color will help you add depth. You don't need white everything. You don't need beige everything. I don't know. I feel like you can, even if you have a neutral palette, you can still bring a color in. Yeah. Like there are a million different shades of white. Like, like there are a million shades of neutrals. It's, if you do want a very sort of, I guess, neutral beige look, you can still find neutral colors.
And I'll add to that. When we were talking about this, you doing a headboard or you're doing a headboard. And we were talking about this, and my first thought was like, oh, can you go on Etsy and find a really cool vintage print or something? Yeah. So you don't have to spend a ton of money to have interesting design. I think that's my
that's a
thing
big
is like take your time, source vintage through Etsy, even if your style, like your house is mid-century modern. Yeah. You're a little bit more contemporary style. Yeah. I'm definitely like way more traditional vintage style. Yeah. So that it fits me, but you don't have to spend a ton of money in source vintage. That would be my...
And vintage might have like I don't want to say stigma, but like old timey. No, vintage is not just old time antiques all the time. It's like, it's the way you apply it in your room. You know, it's beautiful that it's vintage, but you don't have to instantly think that's old and vintage. You know,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, Ames.
Your turn.
I would really try and stick to natural stone, natural materials, living finishes.
That's a good one.
That is like, if I could just tell everybody one thing.
Yeah.
That sums it up.
Yeah.
I think especially avoid using man-made materials that are trying to replicate natural materials.
I.e., for people who don't know, quartz countertops that are meant to look like marble. Look at them side by side. They're you know a difference when you see it. I think also like brass. Make sure it's living. Make sure it'll patina. Yeah.
I mean, you can prevent it from patinaing if you'd really like to, but you can tell a difference between, I don't know what, like I don't know. Like,
you can just tell.
Sips shopping.
Yes. Living finishes, natural material.
Yeah.
If it's replicating a natural material, it's more than likely just
It's probably not going to look that
probably
great.
not as convincing as you think it is.
Be authentic.
Be authentic.
Be real.
And obviously understanding that a lot of times, sometimes natural material can be more expensive. But I think going back to just don't try to replicate it. I think there's ways to budget tile and things like that. But don't try to make it something that it's not. And I think that'll look best.
Definitely.
For sure.
Spot on. Okay, last before we go, favorite paint color. We talked about this earlier, so it's easy. Mine's Denimes from Fair & Ball.
Yours is Denimes. Right now, mine is the light blue. It's actually called light blue from Fair & Ball.
And I really like Pigeon from Fair & Ball.
I also love Pigeon.
Yeah.
Oh,
It can go green, it can go blue, it can go a little gray.
Mushroomy almost.
Yeah.
It just depends on the space it's in and lighting, so.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one for a whole room.
Yeah.
And then ours is more like cabinetry.
Yeah.
Or just for like a nursery.
Yeah. It's a little bit of a brighter blue, but we've been doing quite a few nurseries, and so I'm like, light blue, Denimes, very cute.
Color.
Okay, ladies, we have dinner reservations, so we're gonna have to wrap up. For anybody,
It's 10 p.m.
Yeah, it's 10 p.m. Literally, it's 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed learning about all of Paris Design Week. We serve clients from coast to coast, actually all the way into Europe too. If you have a project coming up, a remodel, whether it's furnishings or you just need some design advice, we would love to help you. You can find more at boxedavenue.com. We have tons of paint guides, we have the style guides. And if this is your first time here, please subscribe. Don't miss any of our videos. Follow along on Instagram, and thank you for watching. Cheers, ladies.
Cheers.
Chin chin.
Chin.